What's up, YouTube? It's been a while. I got a great question on Instagram and I want to address it on here for a bit. The question is, how do I grow in a relationship when the partner I'm with isn't committed to growth? Great question. And I think a lot of us can resonate on one level or another. We feel like we're doing all this spiritual work, we're doing all this inner healing, and in the meantime, the other person is just on their phone constantly, not striving towards a purpose, not striving towards a goal. It's just like, what are they doing? Right? We're looking at us, we're looking at our own habits. We're just like, I'm making so much progress in fitness and finances and spiritual health, emotional health, mental well-being. My partner isn't doing anything. Okay? Let me tell you this one thing. Couples are usually made up of masculine and feminine energies. And the masculine and the feminine are two very different energies. And they're different in this specific way. Okay? They experience growth differently. One experiences growth consciously. The other experiences growth and progression unconsciously. What does this mean? That means one person in a relationship is going to do a lot of work, a lot of meditation, a lot of prayer. They're going to go to church. They're going to read the Bible. They're going to do a lot of inner work, a lot of inner healing, right? It's going to look like conscious work. The other person experiences healing unconsciously, which means they'll just subconsciously pick up lessons from living life. They'll just somehow, life will not coerce them, but push them and nudge them into the directions and meet, so that they can meet people and experience events that will shape their personality, that will shape their values. So they won't be grinding tirelessly like you will, but they will nevertheless still be growing. Just because they're not growing in the same way you are doesn't mean they're not making progress. I can't stress this enough. Just because they're not growing in the same way that you are doesn't mean they're not making progress. Now, if you're sure that they're not making progress because they're backlagging, because they're just drinking alcohol, smoking weed, not really doing anything productive with their life, and you're certain that they're not growing at all, okay, well then take this message. You still have a choice. You still have a choice. Unless you're married, which I don't, most people on my Instagram are from a younger generation, leave. There's no point in being with someone who doesn't make you better. There's a quote by Plato that goes, "Love is admiration." And people ask me all the time, how do you decipher between love and dependence? Well, ask yourself this. Does this person make me better? And if the answer is no, and you're just dating and you're not in a marriage, well, you have a choice. You can leave. You can leave and you can find someone who is up to par with your level. Okay? I was watching this Oprah Winfrey speech last night that my mom sent me, and she was talking about gallons and pints. And if you're doing all this work, you're doing all this healing, you are a gallon, and you need to stop hanging around pint-sized people. You can give so much, but the person you're with can only give and receive so little. So you're expecting too much from someone. You're expecting so much from someone who can give so little. And guess whose fault that is? Well, it's partly yours. So again, to recap, if you want to grow in a relationship when your other person doesn't seem motivated, doesn't seem inspired, doesn't seem to have that fire under their booty to make something of themselves, realize one of two things. One, they're growing, but you're just not realizing it. Unconsciously, they're growing. Two, you have a choice. And maybe it's best for you to take a step back, take a good, hard, objective look, unbiased look, emotions aside, and ask yourself, hey, is this making me better? Because if it's not for you. You're here to grow. You're here to ascend, and that is the point of love. The point of love isn't being together holding hands. No, the point of love is spiritual ascension, to make yourself more aligned with God, that is unconditional love. And if that's not happening, then you can skirt out of there. Hope this helps. Peace.